My name is Sachin Kansal. I'm Chief Product Officer at Uber. I manage both the mobility and the delivery experiences here. I also am an Uber driver and courier. This is the best way for me to put myself in the shoes of our users and experience what they experience and figure out what we need to fix. Then I document every single issue in painstaking detail and share it with my teams. That's my actual document. And I hold them accountable to fix it as fast as possible. They absolutely love that. But look, it's our job to understand what our users are saying and fix the issues that they have. And that's what today is all about. And we have seen how in the last few years, things have become more expensive. So our message to our users is we hear you, and we are deeply committed to helping make your life easier, simpler, and a lot more affordable, including when you're using Uber and Uber Eats. Now we're going to talk about how we're going to do that. Let's meet Rebecca. She's an ICU nurse, works from 7:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. every single day. Has been using Uber for many, many years, uses Uber several times a week. In the morning, opens up the app. She sees a price. She sees 22.18. Next day, she may see 20. The next day, she may see 24. But for her, it's just another thing she has to worry about in her commute. It causes her some anxiety, and we want her commute to be stress-free. First, we need to fix the issue of when to request. And we're going to do that with our new feature called Commute Alerts. It's very simple. She just sets an alert going from home to work, and she tells us the time and the days. And then we use that information, and we use AI, and we look at thousands of signals, including the traffic patterns at that time, the number of drivers we have on the road, her trip history, and we send her a push notification. We know that she typically starts her trip at about 7 a.m. We may send her a push notification at 6:50 telling her, look, traffic is heavy. You may want to request right now if you want to get to your work by 7:25. Pretty straightforward. And we're going to add more signals to this. We're going to add weather patterns as well as what's happening with the fares. Is the fare going down? Is the fare going up? And in addition to sending a push notification, we are going to use iOS live activities and Android live updates, so it is a persistent reminder on her home screen. It's a very helpful and a very polite personal assistant in her pocket. So with this, we want to solve the question of when should I request the trip. But when she does request the trip, the prices are still variable. And what she would like to do is she would like to just lock the price and then pay that price predictably every single morning so she doesn't have to worry about it. And for that, we're going to launch Price Lock. And let's talk about how Price Lock will work. Again, she puts in her pickup location and her destination. She tells us the time when she's going to commute. She can give us an hour. So it goes from 6:15 a.m. to 7:15 a.m. And then we quote her a price. Let's say we quote her 22.18. And she can lock this price by paying $2.99 upfront, and she can save up to $50 in that month. That's a really good deal for a regular commuter. Let's say she likes that price, and now she has the Price Lock Pass, and the next morning when she opens the app, she would have seen 24.13. But she doesn't have to worry about that anymore because she has locked her price at 22.18, so that's what she's going to pay. But let's say she opens her app one day, and the price actually was going to be $18. It's a slow morning. Well, but I locked it at 22.18. That feels like a ripoff. But no, she doesn't have to worry. If the app says 18.23, she will pay the lower price. So she can have complete peace of mind, and she absolutely is going to save using Price Lock. Price Lock is going to launch in many cities in the US and Brazil starting today. But if you look at her trip history, she's taking a lot of trips with Uber. And for someone like her who does 20 trips in a month, shouldn't she be saving a little bit more than someone who, let's say, takes 4 trips a month? Absolutely, she should be, which is why we are launching Prepaid Pass. And using Prepaid Pass, Rebecca can purchase a bundle of trips. And let's say if she purchases a bundle of 15 rides, she can save 15% on that, and that really adds up over time. And she can then track how many trips she has left in that bundle. And we're going to launch these bundles 5, 10, 15, and 20 this summer. And the more she purchases, the more she will be able to save. So both these rides passes, Price Lock as well as Prepaid Pass, are launching very soon. It's a great way for users to get a discount on UberX, which is their trusted door-to-door transportation service. But users tell us, hey, I want to save more. And in order to save more, I'm willing to wait a little bit more, I'm willing to walk a little bit more, but I need to save more. So that's interesting. And when we look at our network, we realize that many of our users, they live in generally the same area, they work in the same area, and they commute at the same time. So using the density of our network, which is very dense, both for users as well as drivers, and the strength of our marketplace technology, we can definitely put multiple people in the same car as we get them from home to work in this scenario. And that's why a lot of our users use UberShare, where they get picked up, then another person gets picked up, then they get dropped off to their destination, and in the process, they get to save the cost, and they may save anywhere from 10% to 30% on UberX. That's great savings, that's awesome. But we want to take it one step further. We ask the riders to walk a few blocks to a predetermined point at a predetermined time to participate in a predetermined route, which they will share with a couple of other riders. We call that route share. Let's walk through how route share is going to work. You enter your pickup and destination, and in addition to UberX and many other options, now you will see an option for route share. Now, in addition to the price, you see a lot of other information. Let's walk through that information. It's a 7-minute walk from where I am to my pickup point. After that, it's a 20-minute drive, and then it's a 5-minute walk at the destination before I get to my eventual destination. And if I tap on that, I can get more options. Instead of the purple route, I actually want to take the pink route because it happens to be a shorter walk. And maybe I don't want to take the trip that starts in 10 minutes from now. I want to take the one that starts in 30 minutes because the same route is available every 20 minutes. So I have a lot of choice, but I get predictable pickups and drop-offs, and there are no detours. So I walk a little bit more, I wait a little bit more, but I save a lot more. And in terms of savings, route share can save users up to 50% off the UberX price. That's just great value. We are launching it starting today. It starts rolling out in many cities, including right here in New York. We're going to have dozens of routes in a city like New York available every 20 minutes, both in the AM as well as the PM peak commute times. And remember, 50% off UberX prices. We are also going to work with employers to get route share eligible for commuter benefits so that employees can actually use their pre-tax dollars for route share and save even more on top of the 50%. But they have to be able to find these things in the app easily. So we're going to help them manage all of this in a single place in the app, which we call the Commute Hub. The Commute Hub will launch later this summer, and it's going to be the one-stop shop for riders to make their commute easier, simpler, and a lot more affordable.
What if you're tired of cooking at home and you want to shake things up a bit, but in a way that doesn't break the bank? With the new Dine Out feature in Uber Eats, your whole night is covered. Well, you're going to open up Uber Eats, and you'll spot the new Dine Out icon. Instantly, you'll see nearby restaurants with curated offers to help you save. You'll tap the reservations button to see what's available tonight, and you'll come across Catalina, a trendy restaurant on the harbor that you've actually been wanting to try. You're going to book a table thanks to our new partnership with OpenTable, and because you're an Uber One member, you have priority access to some of the hottest restaurants in town. In a few taps, your table is booked and your ride is confirmed. I just mentioned our partnership with OpenTable. Starting this fall, they'll be powering restaurant reservations in the Uber Eats app for customers in the US, Canada, Mexico, UK, Ireland, and Australia.
Here's what you can get with Uber One. $0 deliveries, discounts on Uber Eats orders, cash back on Uber rides, and special perks from your favorite restaurants and stores. We also connect our members with top-rated drivers on rides and top-rated couriers on Eats, because it's important to us to give members an elevated experience as well. And today, we are making the best even better. First, we're adding new benefits to make travel easier and more affordable. Uber One members already earn credits back on rides. But what about those moments when you need to rent a car or just feel like taking a bike or a scooter? Soon, members will earn 10% back in Uber credits when you use Uber Rent. You can also get a discount on car delivery and Turo, which lets you rent someone else's car nearby. And for those moments when you really don't need a car at all, members will soon get 10% off Lime scooter and bike rides. Because you don't need to own a car to explore the world, especially when you're a member. Now, our members also tell us that they want something extra special for being loyal to Uber. So we came up with a new way to celebrate them. Here's a question. What do these things have in common? A plane trip, concert tickets, an Uber ride, and a Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supreme? Any guesses? No, they are not the ingredients for the best weekend ever, although that is a good guess. They are just a few of the tens of thousands of offers during our first ever Member Days. Member Days is a week-long celebration with the most epic deals and discounts and offers that we've ever had, and they're only available to Uber One members. Starting this Friday, May 16th through May 23rd, Uber One members all around the world will have access to the best deals that we have ever run on Uber rides and rentals. Think 50% off shared rides, 20% off Uber Black, 40% off Comfort Electric, with new deals each day of the week. And there's treats and freebies from other brands with your Uber One membership too. As a part of Member Days, we're announcing that Delta will be giving 100 million miles to Uber One members. Just link your accounts and complete 10 rides or eats orders to earn 3,000 bonus miles. If you spend $100 on premium rides, Marriott will give you a $25 Bonvoy gift card. Aura is giving $150 off of a fitness ring and 1 month of free membership. And my personal favorite, ClassPass, is giving away 1 month free for new users and 15 bonus credits for existing users. And then, of course, there are discounts at your everyday favorites. 30% off of orders at Starbucks for your daily Starbucks run, Home Depot, CVS, plus up to 20% off at Costco. The list really goes on and on and on with tens of thousands of deals. We could literally be here all day. It's all a part of listening to our members and helping make their everyday lives a little easier. And since you get your first month of Uber One for free, it's the best time to try it out to get access to all of these awesome Member Day deals. I hope you'll join. Now, to tell you about another way we're helping people save, please welcome our head of autonomous products, Wendy Lee.
AVs will help make roads safer, no question, but they also lower the cost of getting around, reduce emissions, and cut down on traffic. Over the last year, we've expanded our partnership with Waymo, building on Phoenix, to now offering rides and fleet management in Austin, and soon in Atlanta this summer. We're also offering rides with WeRide in Abu Dhabi. Soon we'll be expanding with them in Dubai, with more cities to come. And don't forget about our AV delivery programs, which are live in 11 cities with AV Ride, Cartken, Coco, Nuro, Serve, and Waymo. So let's say you're taking a longer trip to the airport, maybe one that involves highway driving, or you're getting picked up from a crowded event. You might want a driver, but if you're taking a shorter trip across town, it might make the most sense to take an AV. And by adding AVs to the mix, we're also making it easier for people to try them out at their own speed. So if you're an early adopter or an enthusiast, you can ride AVs as much as you want. And if you're a little bit more skeptical, you can always take regular Uber rides until you feel ready. And of course, we're always looking for ways to make riding in an AV more accessible and more affordable for you. Earlier, we talked about the benefits of shared rides, including how they can help you save. And so we want to make sure that they're available on AVs too. That's why today we're announcing the first shared autonomous ride in partnership with Volkswagen Group of America. We'll be working with Volkswagen to add their fully autonomous ID Buzz AD electric vehicles to the Uber platform. Testing begins later this year, and over the next decade, you'll see thousands of Volkswagen AVs across the US. Public rides will start next year in 2026 in Los Angeles. And so eventually, you won't just be taking shared rides on Uber, you'll be taking shared, electric, and autonomous rides all in the same vehicle. And there's so much more to come. Now to wrap things up, please give it up for Dara.
So thank you everyone for coming.
I need a huge favor from you guys. Double check to make sure that you're subscribed, and please give this video a like. As a thank you, here's a sneak peek into the next video that you should definitely watch. Lyft to start adding licensed taxis to rideshare platform. They worked so hard to kill the taxi industry, and now they're gonna work towards bringing them back.